So, lady pilot, is there like any form of like patriarchy going on in the pilot world? Like, how does this work?
I think that's changed a lot. I think India has the highest amount of lady pilots in the world currently. But yeah, of course, look, there are points where you meet a guy and then, like a fellow colleague, and then you can tell there's a little hint of that patriarchy that, like, oh, maybe I know more than you, right?
Mhm.
But I think that competence and like consistency sort of negates all of that eventually. You take finance, right? They're on the same level because your job is essentially the same. This isn't like being an athlete, right? When you're an athlete, you can differ, right? Like, for example, in tennis, right? It's not about the man or the woman being the better player necessarily, but it's like, okay, maybe they're stronger in a certain way, but this is, I think, one of the few jobs where you are doing like, there is nothing different. When you're flying, you're flying. It doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl, you're doing the same thing. So no matter how much people might be like, oh, she's a woman, like I said, the competence just takes care of all of that, right? As long as you're good at what you do, they're not gonna point fingers at you, they're not gonna question you. The complete flip side of that, they're like, oh, that's a really cool thing to do, right? And then they'll want to talk to you purely based off that reason, right? Which is like, oh, you're a lady pilot. That's not something we've heard of before. Like I said, for me, it was normal, right? Growing up, it was because I saw my dad, his friends, my grandfather. There were a lot of lady pilots growing up, and when I realized that I'm telling people outside that I'm becoming a pilot, they were like, "What?" They looked at me like I was going to the moon, literally. But yeah, so those are the two sides of being a lady pilot, I think.